Hello, my name is Edward James, and I'm a Dakota State University student. Today, I'm going to be doing my final presentation, and I'll be talking about Defcon 18, mobile privacy. Why have I chosen such topic? The reason of that it's because I used to work in the wireless industry. I worked in that industry for about 2 years, and it is one of the topics that interests me the most. Six big problems with phones is that mobile phones have mobile phone power, which is computational power, high speed, networking, and a real operating system. Phones are personal. All personal transactions go through them. We do things such as phone banking, text messaging, social media like Facebook, MySpace, and whatnot. Phones are also critical. We rely on them with our phone books. We don't memorize phone numbers anymore. We utilize email, SMS, documents, calendars, browsers, history, and cache and other information that's stored within them. And we also put too much trust on them. We trust ourselves. We're really confident about what we do with our phones, and we also trust our operators, or when we call customer service, tech support, or retail store representatives. Also, there's too much heterogeneity, which means close communications. There's fragmented hardware on landscape and a huge variety of operating systems, which I happened to mention earlier. And then there's the architectural issue, which is phones that are made for sending SMS. People hate them because they just want to make calls, or vice versa. There's phones that are made mostly for making calls, and people will like to have an easier time text messaging. And also with all the text messaging, with all the social media, phone banking and whatnot, it's more difficult to keep up with so many passwords. So in turn people tend to use the same password for most of their transactions. So that's another security problem right there. Also screen size limitation. Lately with that, there has been a lot of new phones like the HTC Evo, for example, the Droid Incredible and whatnot, which are devices that in themselves they are pretty decent size on screen, so it's not a whole lot with the screen size limitation, but those devices still exist and people hate that aspect of them. Now, who truly owns the device? Do we? I'm not too sure at this point. The manufacturer has access to tons of things. Then the carrier also has access. The application developers, they can manufacture an application that may give them access to our content. And with that in mind, what's our privacy? At the very bottom, it's the user. Now, mobile phones and security. The data is stored in clear text on most devices. Lately, with BlackBerry and Nokia, they're running a pretty good encryption system, but for the most part, a lot of phones are still doing it on the clear text. GSM has been broken, SMS continuously been abused, and there are remote exploits for Windows MMS, iPhone MMS, and whatnot. So it's a tremendous amount of problem. Also, Bluetooth is dangerous and easy to hack through a Linux application called Car Whisperer. Now, when I used to work for the wireless industry, there was a time that a coworker and we happened to utilize this tool. We demonstrated a customer and our manager how we hacked a Bluetooth that did not have the security code changed. It was still at 0000, and that's the vulnerability that we used to exploit. Recorded the conversation, and such things they happen to take place for extortion. There might be other uses for it as well, but there are potential issues that can happen. People say, well, Bluetooth doesn't reach too far. Wrong. If you attach an antenna to it, you can potentially go a mile and record conversations. And also with Wi-Fi, there's a huge amount of problems and exploitations that can potentially occur. Now, the phones are also subject to an IMEI hijack, and basically the IMEI, what it is, it's the identification for your phone. If you take out the battery, it a lot of times it's on the back and also on the box of your phone. So if you buy a brand new phone, do not throw away the box on a regular trash can, or or a dumpster, because there's people that can get access to that and do the IMEI hijack. And it's not just a matter of stealing your calls, but they can also rank up your bill pretty high. The most I've seen for such problem was for 14,700 and some change. So it can be a problem. Now, what's the solution to all this? It's Tor. But what is Tor? What Tor is, it's a network, according to their own website, it's a network of virtual tunnels that allow people and groups to improve their privacy and security on the internet. It also enables software developers to create new communication tools with built in privacy features. Tor provides the foundation for a range of applications that allow organizations and individuals to share information over public networks without compromising their privacy. Tor on mobile phones and other strange devices. They've had updates. December '07 was for the iPhone, December '09 for the Chumpy one, which is an alarm system. February 2010 was for the iPhone again. February 2010 was for the Nokia N900, and March 2010 for the Android system. Now, Tor on MIMO and the Nokia N900 are the way of installing it is by enabling the extra levels and look for the Tor in the package manager to run such devices. You just toggle it, and this is an easy install and upgrade to the graphical controller applications. On Arbot, which is the Tor on the Android, it is, as we know, Android is a Linux-based operating system, and it has many devices available. You install it by using the QR code, which at the time of Defcon, when they posted this video on YouTube, it was not available, but it is now. To run it, you just toggle it. It's easy to configure, and you can run it as a transparent proxy for if you root your device. Now, rooting your device, basically what it is, it gives you root access to features to features that are normally not available on a normal device. Now, when you root your device, you're running the risk of breaking your phone, and basically breaking a device is what it sounds like. Your device becomes a brick, it's obsolete, it voids your manufacturer's warranty, and if you have insurance on your phone, they should be able to exchange it, but the deductible would apply. Now, mobile Tor on that's the Tor on the iPhone. The iPhone has a powerful CPU, and Tor works better if the iPhone is rooted. It can work without rooting the phone, but potentially rooting the phone makes it run more smooth. Now, when you run Tor, and how you run it basically is like you can run it via the client, relay, hidden services, both wireless and cellular data network, and via the proxy on the iPhone. Now, Tor has its limitations just like any other app. On the iPhone, there's no support for SOCKS proxies, but can be solved by running Polypo, no HTTP proxies for cellular network either. Now, Tor is cryptographically intense, so it will drain your battery. So once you install it, don't go back to your manufacturer and complain about it, because it is Tor that is draining your battery, and it's also affected by the rapid IP address change. Now, the leasing time on your IP address is going to be determined by your service provider, and the sources that I utilized, the YouTube video, of course, for Defcon 18, and the Tor project itself. This has been my final presentation. Thank you for listening.